Well, if you own a gun company, the gun company has to own a gun range. So here's what our thought is. Currently, we shoot at a public range. We go out to 200 yards, and we do have a private range that we can go out to 500 yards. The problem is it's an hour away from here. Great for testing, great for prototyping, but not for practical use for everyday application. Here is our current building. Of course, here's our parking spots for everybody right now. Loading dock down here for trucks to come in. So most of the flow, and then here's to go out to the road. So you come in, this sets the building up here. Now what we did do is there's a series of solar panels back here. So what's great is the solar here funds all of the energy for HQ. This energy here sources into here, but it also provides another advantage. This gives us some shading. And then up here we have a bunch of trees. Okay, now what you can't see is this goes way up onto a hillside. So this is going to be our backdrop. So the goal for our 100-yard range here is we're going to go build covered range right here, 100 yards. So now we can go out, we can prototype, we can test. We're going to build an enclosed hut so we can actually put shooting fixtures out there, and we don't have to worry about internal noise. So we have shooting facilities inside that we do all of our testing with, but when you're prototyping, you're shooting repetitively, it's nice to just be outside. Plus, nothing replicates natural lighting. So we want our 100-yard range to go into this hillside. So the hillside is your natural backdrop, but what we're going to do is we're going to go put a bullet bunker here. So bullet bunker. So this bullet bunker is 4x4. It's made out of several layers of AR-500 steel. You should have 50 BMG into this. And you'll see when we look at it here in a few minutes, it works by inelastic collision. So when the bullet hits it, it deforms and then tumbles and then dies inside the trap. So we contain 100% of the projectile. So we're not putting any lead into the hillside. That's the objective. But just in case we get something that misses this 4x4 for whatever reason, we still have the hillside to protect us. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to take railroad ties and we're going to reinforce that. So yeah, the bullet trap, you then have this bunker sitting here that gives you another backstop, and then you have this hillside right here, which gives you the ultimate in safety. Stranger things have happened. We're all professionals. This is a dedicated range here, and because all the trees, nobody can access from here. The road system's here, so you're staying away from all the employees. So that way we can go out the back door here, and then this covered range will have everything there. Our cleaning supplies, our shooting supplies will carry, some basic ammunition there of the common caliber, so it'll all be under lock and key in a nice dedicated area. So we'll have indoor and outdoor capabilities depending on the time of year. And then we'll be able to shoot 100 yards. And then the other thing that we're going to do is probably right about here is we're going to put our camera facing this direction. So that way we can then have our monitor right here. So we don't have to go walk down 100 yards, come back. So we're going to have video monitoring. So now we can look at the bullet size, we can check point of impact, we can check our sight height. So anything we need to do during testing will have instant feedback from the monitor of the camera right back to the range right there. So pretty simple setup, super safe, right out the back door. All of our barrel manufacturing is occurring in here right now. I said HQ, not HG. Down here is where we have our other facility where we do final assembly. So what's nice is it's not that far for us to jump on Route 11, come up here, go over and shoot. But if we just want to take the barrels right off the line to test them, we can. Or if we want to go from the final assembly, actually new out of the box, it's a 2-minute drive. So all of this here sits within about a quarter mile one another. So let's walk outside. I'll kind of show you the visual what we're going to do. And then this summer, we're going to bring the excavators in. We're going to bring the track hoes in, shape all the dirt up on this hillside, get a good flat landing. We're going to build everything from the bunker first. And then from there, we'll come back, we'll have the range. So this way, everything's completely enclosed by the time the winter hits. So this is our machine shop. So this is the back door I was referring to in the drawing. So this gives you a really good idea on the lay of the land. So these are the solar panels. I mentioned that this powers everything inside the machine shop. So down to the right here, where the wood line ends, you can see all this has been graded off already. We're trying to grow some grass. That's where we're gonna put our shooting stations, our benches. And then this is the hillside, and you already see, we already moved the track loader up here. So this naturally goes up, and I mean, there's 200 acres right here. There's no inhabitants, no people, completely safe. So right in front of this wooded bay right here, we're gonna come in and we're gonna take these big timbers you see here laying on the ground, and we're gonna go form a little catch basically in front of the bullet bunker. So that way if anything doesn't hit the 4x4 bullet bunker, which is impossible to think it couldn't, but things happen, that it'll hit those timbers, and then if not, it just goes into the dirt hillside. So what's nice is, you know, based off of the direction, you know, the way the sun goes, so basically you have north and south. So from a lighting perspective, it's great, because you really never want to point a range east and west if you don't have to, because obviously the sun's coming up in the morning or going down in the evening, so north and south is the best way to do it. So here we're going to be shooting south, so we're going to get a lot of nice light coming through here in the afternoons. So from a lighting perspective, and then utilizing the building, utilizing the solar panels, and then all this wooded area, you're really protected from the wind as well as the natural lay of the ground. So it's a perfect location right outside the machine shop. Come out, we can test, it's safe, and then we can slip back inside, and everything is contained and protected. And best of all, it's private, so we shoot any day we want. So if you're not familiar with a company called Bullet Bunker, all USA made in Ohio. I've had bullet bunkers on several of my properties in the past. So this is the Goliath 4x4. So we just had this shipped in. So you can pivot around and see, I mean, you have basically this angled steel here. It's all AR 500, so anything deflects into the trap itself. It's got a heavy rubber face that has Kevlar in it. So when it goes through the Kevlar, and this is a 1/2 inch thick, well here, this tells you how thick it is right there. See the Kevlar right inside the rubber there? So this deforms the bullet, and then here's the magic. So you see these pucks right here? So this is the same material that's on the face. So heavy duty rubber with Kevlar in it. So all of these different pucks, it's called inelastic collision. So when the bullet comes in, it deforms through the face, then it hits these pucks, and it starts to tumble and it loses energy. And then you have the depth of the trap here, and then you have AR-10 on the back. So you're not going to get any bullets escaping here, but the best part is everything, all your lead is contained within inside the trap. So we can empty this on a yearly basis or every several years if we have to, and then clean out all of the lead and then fill it back up. And that is the safest way for anybody to shoot into. So this is kind of the center, the focal point of the entire range system. It's all about the backstop, containing your projectile. So between this and some really good shooting benches, we're gonna have a top-notch shooting range. Well, the range here is about 80% complete. You can see we put a giant backstop here. We've stained it, we've sealed it. You can see by the size right here of these telephone poles, these big laminated poles, we have an incredible backstop in the event that we do not hit the 4x4 bullet bunker here. This bullet bunker really is fantastic. Not only is it completely safe, it contains all the leads, environmentally safe. We can clean all of this out. It gives us a big surface to shoot, no matter how big our guns get. We can shoot a 50 BMG here, and we know we're completely safe. But we went the extra step, built this giant berm back here. Then we brought the dozers in here. We graded all the ground really nice, and we've just now seeded all this for grass. And then we can shoot all the way past 100 yards. We've already built 2 shooting benches right now, and then we still have the final thing, which is to build, you know, the big cover, pour the cement pad in, and actually put the station at 100 yards where we're going to shoot. And one cool thing is there's a giant pine tree behind us right here. We're saving this pine tree, so when we cut it down, we're actually going to take it to the local sawmill, cut it into the bores. That's going to create the roof system for the final shooting bench area. So we should have that all complete here in the next 30 to 60 days, and the range will be done. But this does not get any better or more safe for a private shooting range here at TC.